Hello everyone, Andrew here, and welcome to World 4 of Super Mario World on the NES, where last time we finished off World 3, the outside of Vanilla Dome, and this time we're walking right over Cheese Bridge. There's no Cheese Bridge, no Butter Bridge, it doesn't look like there's any Cookie Mountain. We're standing right where Ludwig's castle would normally be, so just how, World 4 is going to proceed from here, I have no idea, but let us check it out right now. With the first level of World 4, whatever this might be, I wouldn't even be surprised if it was like another Donut Plains level at this point. And here it looks like we actually have the Cheese Bridge, unless it maybe actually could be, no, this looks like probably Butter Bridge 2. And, okay, so, gotta get used to all these controls again. It's something that happens, like, every single time I stop playing the game for a day or two, and I come back to it, and it's like, gotta remember how to play. But last time we learned a lot. We learned how to, properly space our jumps, which, hopefully is something that we don't actually have to use it again in the future. I'd prefer if there was no more 1 block wide, jumps that need to be done. This, 3 blocks wide, much more preferable. And I had the cape. I should probably just been spinning like mad that whole time. But once again, like I say, just gotta get used to those controls. And that did not look like I should have made that. That's just kind of... I guess I won't complain. And now we're way up here, although I can't see the ground. So I don't really enjoy that. We all know what happened the last time I couldn't see the ground. Okay, so gotta maneuver around things properly. But once again, this level, wow, it's really kind of blowing my mind. Does it normally use the normal level theme or the athletic level theme? Because as it's actually been pointed out in the comments, something I didn't really think about until I read it, is that there has been no athletic level music theme yet. Levels that would normally use it have used strange things like the title screen music for some reason. And also, levels have been using the Forest of Illusion music, so it'll be interesting to see if once we beat this level and go down that ladder, the overworld actually plays the Forest of Illusion music, or if it's just for some reason being used inside of levels in place of the athletic theme. I have no idea, and it's weird. It's like, you're putting in all the effort. Why not at least try to make a poorly done rendition of the athletic theme? And I don't know, that's, I guess, kind of a tough one to do. It's a pretty upbeat theme. So, unlike the other Mario World songs, which are a little bit slower paced, I guess they figured, we're not going to try that. Can we go into any of these pipes? I believe there's normally a bonus room in one of them, but yeah, there's that situation where once you go up, it's kind of hard to go down, but maybe if I use my, newfound jumping powers, we can figure it out. Can't complain too much about that, but yeah, it's really weird. Of all levels that they could have chosen to put in this spot, Butter Bridge 2, definitely an interesting decision. No, it's not that spot, it's this spot. How do we want to handle this? We can do a thing like that. But the problem is that he jumps so high. Like, you can't... Oh, yeah, but you can do a small jump. That's right. See, that was part of our training in the last part, was remembering that you can hold down to do that small jump. And what is this? It's a 1-up bonus room, which, hey, why not? We need some 1-ups to replenish all those ones we lost last time. We actually did have to do a 1-up grinding thing, and yeah, not even going to comment on that. Not even going to comment on that. I mean, you all saw how high Mario jumps at just like the press of a button. I had no chance to avoid that, so thank you very much. And that mushroom did, there was no way I touched that guy. There was like a 16 by 16 pixel width block space between me and that guy, and I still took damage somehow. But thankfully, good old Meat Shield Yoshi's here. That actually somehow works somewhat decently. But yeah, not being able to see the floor is always great. I don't think that it's normally supposed to be one of those 1-up bonus games in this level, though. I think it takes you to a room with like a line-guided platform or something like that with some coins. Anyone who watched the late night Super Mario Brothers, not Mario Brothers, but Mario World playthrough with Milesluigi and I will know that there are a lot of pointless bonus rooms in Mario World. Like, they're alternate paths, but they just have coins. There's really nothing of significant interest or, reason to take them, because they're not even shortcuts oftentimes, and sometimes they're even more difficult. But whoa! Alright, that did not take the turn that I don't think, anyone was expecting it to. Normally you go down this ladder, and it's like, bam, you're inside the Forest of Illusion, but we are going way to the right here. And this is, completely uncharted territory. It's the part of the dinosaur land that you never got to see in the Super Nintendo version. This is like the director's cut right here. I'm actually really curious where this is going, so let's check it out. Also, still no Forest of Illusion overworld music. And, there's the Forest of Illusion overworld music, not on the overworld, mind you, but inside the level, and this is now the Cheese Bridge from the looks of it. You got line-guided platforms. This is that part where you get like 3 of them. And wow. I guess that's supposed to be the sound of the saws. It's pretty jaunting, I suppose. I'm actually kind of surprised that an NES game is handling all this somewhat decently, though, without, just crashing into oblivion. We could be trying to get all the dragon coins, but then again, there's not really any need to. Whoa, that saved me. I would have liked the power-up, but no really reason to complain there. And that kind of just came from way off screen. And this is, of course, normally the level that has the really ridiculous secret exit, the final secret exit I ever found in Super Mario World, where you have to fly underneath the goalpost to get to a secret goalpost hidden behind it, or you could also do like a Yoshi jump with a cape kind of thing, which I think is what most people did. I believe it's what I would always do back in the day. Is this another one of those rooms? Yes, another pipe that would normally take you to a completely separate area. I think that one with like a line-guided rope. But in this case, it's just like, we took the time to program this one-up game. It actually works somewhat decently. Let's just shove it in every single level. I mean, so, why not, I suppose. But, yeah, it's just, these are design decisions being made. Like, why not put this level before, the Butter Bridge levels? I guess I always kind of associate... Wow, yeah, this is... If you thought this was an awkward part of the level on the Super Nintendo version, it's even more awkward here. I always did like, though, yeah. And there's not near as much control on the rope as there is in the Super Nintendo version. You can't really jump around things. You certainly can't climb up and down very quickly. So you kind of just have to be prepared for this. But yes, I did always like how there was kind of two ways to beat World 4. But the problem with that is that they both were kind of incredibly short, because you can go the upper route, which I suppose, the Vanilla Secret 2 and 3 are technically parts of Vanilla Dome. And then after you beat the fortress, you really only have Butter Bridge 1 and 2 and before the castle. But if you take the lower route, then you really only have Cheese Bridge and Cookie Mountain before the castle. So it's, regardless, your trip through World 4 is going to be rather short, but if you're going for completion's sake, then it's going to be fun anyway. And yeah, there you go. And they still put the arrows on the other side of the goalpost, which are kind of normally supposed to indicate that there's more hiding back there. Although something tells me that's probably not the case here. And just like that, now we climb a separate mountain, and that castle kind of looks more accurately to what Ludwig's castle is supposed to be. But so far, we're kind of just zooming through World 4. That's always kind of the kiss of death, though. If you, look at the time bar right now, and there's still an extra 20 minutes going on here, the castle probably threw me for a loop again. And here we have ye old Cookie Mountain. We have Sumo Bros actually working. No, there's supposed to be Sumo Bros up here. Stomping thunder down on all of us, but they do not appear to be present. Can I get, is this one the power-up? Yes, it is. And then once again, we for some reason have the title screen music being used as level music. Interesting design choice there. And if I kick you, will you actually work correctly? How many times have I kicked the shell and it didn't actually defeat the enemy that I was supposed to? And I'm ready for that to bounce back. Is it going to bounce back? Don't need what happened in the Vanilla Dome 1 level happening again. And we can go in this pipe, and once again, rather than having a secret bonus area with a puffer fish, we are just being, given so many chances to stock up on all the lives in this part. And don't miss that one. And sometimes it falls through the floor, sometimes it doesn't. No idea what's going on with that. And that brings us here. So wow, finally, another pipe that didn't just bring us out where we went in. Yeah, there's definitely some design liberties being taken here. It doesn't look exactly accurate to the normal one, but wow, lucky I still had invincibility, or I would have been totally destroyed by that. Is there a vine in one of these? There is, but we can't move while it grows, so kind of just gotta stand here. I'm just thankful, though, that we're not seeing Donut Plains levels again. I got really sick of those in the last world. Not sure why. Once again, there are just so many levels to choose from. Okay, you can do a kind of awkward jump off of the vine there. Out of all the different Vanilla Dome levels they could have chosen for World 3, they instead decided to choose more levels from Donut Plains, which is an interesting decision. There's also normally one of those roulette blocks that were always kind of cool in this level, but I don't think they are probably in this game, which is rather unfortunate. There's also usually lots of switch blocks in this level that kind of stop you from falling in the holes. Once again, something that is rather absent, would have been cool to see, but otherwise, just kind of making our way through here. There's not too much to comment about. It's a grass level with some Koopa Troopas bouncing. Feels more like it should belong in World 1 than halfway through the game. Speaking of how far we are through the game, again, I don't know if there's more than 7 worlds. I know that there are at least 7 worlds. There is apparently a version of this game out there that ends after World 4, because pirate games they sometimes had their own cartridges, sometimes they were just slapped on multi-carts or whatever, and there is apparently a version included in all of this that stops after World 4. To my knowledge, we are playing the version that goes past that, so, you know, keep your fingers crossed if you want to see more of these shenanigans. Hopefully this isn't the last level that we play. But with that, we have just, you know, zoomed past 3 levels that actually do come from World 4, surprisingly. So let's see if this is truly Ludwig's Castle. And from here, it looks like we go down into the forest. Wow, this is just so interesting. They really did add like a whole chunk to the map. I was not expecting that at all. Is this going to start with that really awkward red room? Black and red room? It is! And I wonder if they even have the secret at the end where you can jump through the ceiling. Probably not. But so far, it's looking like a pretty accurate representation of Ludwig's Castle. See, I was totally waiting for that. I don't trust just, you know, jumping in an extremely tight space and getting past you. Ball and chain without the chain. And yeah, so, yeah. See, that's exactly what I don't want to do. But if I don't want to do that, it means that every time I encounter one of those guys, I have to wait for them to walk to a position where I can easily jump on them, which I suppose is better than, you know, just risking it and who knows what happens. So let's try this again. And we're gonna go here. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna do a silly thing. Okay, so you can do that, but you gotta be pretty accurate. Okay. I like how I'm like, you know what, I'm not going to risk it, and then I immediately proceeded to risk it, because who wants to wait for those guys to walk to where they need to? So normally in the original Super Nintendo one, you can jump through this right here, because the whole trick of this level is that, or this room rather, is it's just made up of layer 1 and layer 2 blocks. There's not actually a background, the background is pure black, and the red is just layer 2 that you can walk through. So instead of, you know, making this block layer 1 like the rest of the solid ground that we're walking on, they make that layer 2 as well, so you can jump through it and get to a secret bonus game, which hilariously is the same type of bonus game that, you know, they're placing in all of the other levels. That was an explanation that many people probably didn't need, but I like my random Super Mario World knowledge as someone who has just worked so much with the game and hacking it and such. This is, of course, a room that's not normally in the original one, because this is a layer 2 room that, or rather, the second room of Ludwig's Castle is a room with a switch in the falling ceiling, and you have to hit the switch to stop the ceiling from falling on you, and there's no layer 2 that appears in this hack. And then the third room after that is a vertical scrolling room where you have to climb nets and such, but it looks like they've probably just made like a big net room to replace those 2 rooms that doesn't, you know, vertically scroll to a significant degree. It's more horizontal than anything, but still rather interesting. As I mentioned, I do like seeing, rather, I'm happy that there was a solid floor down there. I tried to make that jump. Mario just really did not want to make, you know, have any horizontal distance for whatever reason. But I do like, you know, their attempts at original rooms. They're not bad. It's not like, you know, really jank level design or anything like that. It's usually half decent. And just like that, looks like we got through that room. And we're at the boss, which is Reznor. So yeah, no Ludwig. And once again, I don't know how much of this you're going to be able to see. I noticed in the last time we fought Reznor, because Reznor's always flashing and Mario's always flashing, you can only see like one or the other at a time. And from what I saw there were 2 occasions where I took damage when I definitely should have just hit Reznor from the bottom. So hopefully that appears on video, but otherwise we are playing this entire level again in what should otherwise have been a victory. Very disappointing. I don't think there was any checkpoint in here, so we're running through it again. Overall, it was rather uneventful. So I'll probably see you when we're back to new content. Oh, there's a power-up hidden up here. And of course I took it getting it. If you're small and you get a power-up, what happens? It actually makes you the correct power-up. Mario 3 was always very weird like that, where, say there was a leaf on screen, but after that leaf appeared, you took damage and became small Mario. If you touched the leaf, you would still just become big Mario. Unless I'm remembering that incorrectly. I'm pretty sure that's what happens. Same with other sorts of power-ups and things. The original Super Mario Bros. Was like that as well, I think, but whoops! Yeah, just, climbing on cages does not feel so great. The key for those guys is definitely that you have to hit them on your downwards movement. And it was another thing mentioned in the comments that I definitely noticed, is that it feels like the jumping physics follow Mario... Thanks for not getting any horizontal distance there, Mario. The Mario 1 jump mechanics, which I actually made a video talking about Super Mario Bros. 1 tips and tricks, where I mentioned that. And what happens in Mario 1 is as long as Mario is moving downwards, regardless of where you touch an enemy, it will count as a hit against the enemy. Where it feels like in this game, if you have upwards movement at all, even if you hit an enemy where it looks like it should normally deal damage, you will be the one who receives damage instead. And it's just overall not super fun when that happens. But I think we're pretty much at the boss now. Maybe I spoke too soon. I'm climbing on nothing. Yeah, climbing is jank in this game, in case you could not tell. And now time to be destroyed by Reznor again, because apparently hitting Reznor from the bottom does not always hurt Reznor as it should. Like, okay, so I'm just gonna try as careful as possible. Just gonna stand still and do like a boom. And then, okay, so it seems like what you really want to do is just stand as still as possible and jump straight up. If you have any kind of diagonal movement, it probably has trouble registering because of whatever reason. And there you go, the music actually changed to the Forest of Illusion music, and wow, this is pretty cool. We have a big lake in the middle of the forest now. Looks like we definitely have the forest ghost house coming up, unless they now decide to shove the donut ghost house in there. That was a pretty, you know, okay part. It seems like the castles are always where the jank is waiting for us. The first 3 levels, you know, we just breeze through, and hopefully in the next part, when I go to try this level, it actually works, and we're not accidentally playing the version that ends after World 4. Things are looking pretty good, though, so I really hope that you all enjoyed that. Thanks to everyone who's been following along with this Let's Play, and I hope to join me next time when we take on World 5. So thanks, and see you then. Thank you so much once again for checking out my videos. I really appreciate it, and if you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and subscribing, as it really helps my channel out. With that said, hope to see you next time.